I got a little job to do. This isn't mine. It's my boss's. It's useful to get the weeds between the potato rows, so in the polytunnel. Basically, the fuel line has, well, fallen off inside the tank, so the pipe wasn't getting to the bottom of the tank, so it wouldn't get fuel. So I'm going to replace both these lines with, I'm not sure if it's good enough, this little hose. I think it's for feeding lambs, or it's been in a milking parlour. He knows it's not permanent, so he's fine about it. He gave it to me to put it on, so we're gonna have to feed it through that little hole and put it on there. I got a bit of a cold, so that's why I sound a bit snuffly. Also, it had a very old two-stroke fuel in it, so we put some new fuel in there, and it started straight up. We just need to replace the lines, so then it's getting fuel when it's below that mark. I don't think this is for petrol at all. It's quite squishy, rubbery, stretchy even, but it should do the job for a bit. So let's get on with it. First thing I want to do is remove the return line, because that's the one that's actually leaking out fuel. I don't know how easy it's going to be to stuff a new one in there, but I don't think we'll need no zip ties. So I'm going to take this off really quickly and try and put the new one in. Okay, so good news, this does fit in the hole, just squeeze in, so I will be able to get the actual fuel line down to the bottom. I can just, if it's hard to get in, I'll just push it in with a screwdriver and then yank it with a little pair of pliers or something to put it down to the bottom of the tank. One thing is though, it's a bit big to go there, so I might have to get some little zip ties just to clamp it down tight so it doesn't lose fuel. It shouldn't much, but I want to do it kind of right. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I probably should take that one off. Yeah, I'll do that. You can see the fuel level is below the hole, so I'm gonna get that one off and then see what happens. So I got that in the hole, and it's looking like it's pushing through okay. That's gonna seal, I'm not worried about that one. Just gonna make sure it gets to the bottom of the tank. So it's a bit hard to see, so I'll put the camera down quickly. I know this is, I'm not showing much, but it is going in. So hard part is clamping those on so they don't leak. Again, I don't know if this pipe will last very long, but it will be better than it was. So yeah, just the petrol will corrode it pretty quickly probably. But yeah, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna cut it so it's relatively, there's not much slack in it, and then I'll probably have to find some zip ties. Okay, there we go. I have done it. The top one was a bit hard to squeeze through, but you don't need to put it to the bottom of the tank like the other one. I just fed it through until I could see it poking out, so I know it won't fall off straight away. They are, well, I could have made them a bit longer, but that is pretty good. The one that goes in is all the way in anyway. And you might be able to see that it's gone to the bottom of the tank, so that is good. I can close that now. And then if I press that, you can see it goes back. I think the inlet one is alright, but that one, the return needs to have a zip tie or something, just to tighten it up. But let's start it up and see if it leaks a lot. It shouldn't. I'm pretty confident, but yeah. This is my little golf knife that I got from somebody as a present. Second hand, not brand new. They just didn't need it. So If this was mine, I'd take the exhaust off. I know it would make barely any power then, but let's start it up and see where we're at. If I can put the camera down. So, a bit of choke. Make sure the switch is on. I'm just worried it's going to leak a lot, that's all. And this is not easy to start, really. Why is that just going when it shouldn't be? Or was that the throttle? I thought that was a clutch. Anyway, as you saw, it started. That's a good start. So I'm just gonna. Well, I'd say that's good. I'm just going to put a little zip tie on the lines on that end, maybe on both, so they don't leak out a lot when it's idle. But yeah, I think the clutch was a bit stuck because it was going out my mad, but that's good because that is a throttle, or maybe the throttle was stuck because you could put it on choke and stop it. I thought that was like a idling throttle, but apparently it's not. It's just that's choke. That's well, just run it. That isn't a throttle at all. This is. So I think the throttle was stuck, but I've unstuck it now. So I'm gonna find some little zip ties, and she'll be good to go back to the owner, my boss. So yeah, that was easy. Be proud of yourself. You bastard! I think it's got some twine. Yeah, it's got some twine wrapped around the fucking Rotovator, the diggy things. So stopping it a bit. It was just revving fine with me, so that's probably it. Okay, so I thought last night was quite weird. It's probably been about 20 hours since that time. Turn the light on, see if it makes any difference. Yeah, not much. So yeah, I was saying that it was a twine, but it wouldn't start this morning, and it's actually shrunk back down or somehow. Basically, the petrol expanded the rubber, so it blocked up the hole in the tank, so it wouldn't get any fuel. I was thinking that the rubber started floating, but no, it just expanded and it blocked up in the hole. So it probably started happening last night. That's why it wasn't running very well, because it wasn't getting enough fuel for the air mixture, so it was just bogging down. So yeah, I just tilted it up like that just to make sure that no fuel gets out. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go down to the shops, buy some proper fuel lines. Hopefully I'll get the right ones. I have the old one here for reference. And she'll be good. I'm going to take the twine out of the Rotovator as well, because that can't help that much. But yeah, overall, it's okay. So yeah, my battery's getting dead on the camera, so I'm going to leave you now. Bye!